Here is an example of solving linear systems by substitution. Now remember, when we're solving linear systems, we're looking to see if the lines cross each other at some point, or whether they are the same line, or whether they don't cross at all, which means they would be parallel lines. So if they cross, this xy here, this xy, this x, that equals y plus 3 must equal this x. And at some point, this y must equal that y. So if that's true, that x must equal x and y must equal y, then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say if x is y plus 3, then at some point, this x down here also at some point must be equal to y plus 3 if the two lines are going to cross each other. So for the first step that we're going to do, step 1, would be to do a substitution. So what we do is this first line is already solved for x, so we know what x is. So I'm going to take the second line and I'm going to substitute in the y plus 3 for x. So it's 2 times y plus 3 minus y is equal to 5. Now I have a linear equation in one variable, which I know how to solve for. So I'm going to multiply out the 2, so I get 2y plus 6 minus y is 5. Then 2y minus y leaves me 1y plus 6 equal to 5. And if I subtract the 6 to the other side, I get that y is equal to negative 1. So negative 1 is actually a real value for x. And because of that, we can take the negative 1 and we can substitute it back into either of the other two equations and solve for x. So that would be step 2. Substitute back in the real number. Step 2. So we get, I'll do the first equation. X is y plus 3. So if y is negative 1, I get x equal to negative 1 plus 3, which means x is equal to 2. So according to what I found out, the point 2, negative 1 is where the two lines cross. So to make sure that I have the right answer, I'm going to go to step 3. And step 3 is where I check to see if the point makes each line true. So the first line I have is x is y plus 3. So that means 2 would have to equal negative 1 plus 3. And negative 1 plus 3 is 2. So it checks for the first line. Then I try it in the second line. 2 times 2 minus negative 1 is 5. And so 2 times 2 is 4. We have a double negative, which makes it plus 1. And it does equal 5. So that checks off. So since the point makes both lines true, then the point is a solution. We say that it is an independent and consistent system.